This is what people need to remember. The Democratic Party has a party. The party decides its nominee. The public doesn't really decide the nominee. The public gets to vote for President of the United States, but people who are active in the party, who participate in the party, they decide the nominee. And just because you're a pledged delegate for Bernie Sanders or a pledged delegate for Joe Biden doesn't mean when you get to the convention floor that you'll stay a delegate for Biden or Sanders.
93 Democratic Party officials are willing to have a brokered convention if Sanders does not receive the majority of delegates by convention time.
They're also willing to risk damaging the party to stop his nomination. The Times notes that such a situation may result in a brokered convention, a messy political battle, the likes of which Democrats have not seen since 1952. When the nominee was Adlai Stevenson.
I can't even imagine the rebellion among his supporters if he doesn't get the nomination.
There would be, but his supporters helped write those rules.
The way I see this is you write the rules before you know where everybody stands, and then you stick with those rules. Everybody got in the race thinking that was the set of rules. I don't see how come you get to change it just because he now thinks there's an advantage to him for doing that.
We then have a chance to make a pledge and vote for whomever we please. There are people in Congress who are supporting Bernie Sanders. There are people who are supporting Joe Biden. So that is not brokering anything. That's following the rules as they were established.
This is not a done deal, and so that's why I think we should tamp down on the anxiety about Bernie Sanders and figure out how it is that we're going to get to a nominee and have a convention where we all do come out as a unified party. And if somebody wants to beat Bernie, get out there and beat him, for Pete's sake.
It looks like it's entirely possible Bernie Sanders would have a significant plurality, but not a majority of the votes. And he said if that's true, he demands the nomination. Other people are saying, we'd like to deny it to you.
Bernie made this mess for himself, and he has to live by those rules. And if we have someone, if he's one delegate ahead than somebody else, that doesn't make you the majority winner in all of this. And he's got to face his own rules.
You're going to have 2 or 3 candidates going into the convention that are probably going to be really strong. That's why even Bloomberg has been talking behind closed doors with the super delegates already to try to go ahead and maneuver himself into a good position. If Biden should fail and Bernie is the nominee, he can swoop in and be the savior for the party.
You know, I think it is possible but unlikely. Because at the end of the day, if one candidate, even if he or she has not gotten a majority of convention delegates, if they have a plurality that is clearly more than the person who's coming in number 2, I think it becomes very difficult to justify taking the nomination away from that person.